What's up, guys? Welcome back to a video with your guy Entrepreneur Davis. In today's video, I will be showing you guys a teach tape on how you can do what I do, and pretty much how you can get into rock delivery. Because I know a lot of people always ask me questions in the comment section, so I'm going to try to give a little teach tape for you guys so you guys can understand a little bit of the basics when it comes to delivering materials or rocks, or making money with your dump trailer pretty much. So let's jump into it. That's what today's going to be about. And I'm going to show you this $100,000 skill, because that's what it really is. I mean, honestly, if you're doing it right, you can easily make over 100 grand doing this. And obviously you can grow, add more trucks to your fleet, and make this a big operation. But with that being said, let's jump into it. Guys, it's 8:47 a.m. on Tuesday, and I'm going to pick up my first delivery. It's for 4 yards of river rock, brown river rock, the medium size. I'm charging the customer $930, and it's only going to cost me about $630. So there should be about, give or take, $280 in profit there. And I'm only driving 30 minutes to get to the customer's house. But first, let me get over to this yard, and we're gonna start our day off right, get this first one delivered, and yeah, perfect. I'll see you guys when we're there. All right, in today's video, I'll be showing you a couple of different examples of how you guys can do this, and pretty much kind of teach you guys how to do this yourself, because it is a high-paying skill if you get the hang of it and understand how to get it done. But there's a learning curve to it. Not everybody is just going to immediately pick it up. Step one is you guys need to find the yards where you can buy the materials for very cheap. You can sell it for retail, or you need to find a material yard where it's a reliable source. They have all the good materials like here, because it's not necessarily cheap at this yard that I always go to right here, but they have very good materials where I can sell it and customers don't complain and they're happy about the material. So that's your first step. You got to find the yards either for the cheap stuff where you can sell for retail, or you're going to have to find a yard where you can just add a little bit of your own price on top of it plus deliver it. How this is done is, for example, if we were talking about Rock 57, I can buy that for $30 per ton at my cheaper yard. And what I do is I list it up for sale for the retail price, which is $75 or $85 per yard or per ton. So that's kind of how I make my money. Plus, on top of that, I also charge delivery fee. And how the delivery fee works is, for me, I charge within 30 minutes $100 as my base price, no matter what. If you're within 30 minutes, it'll be $100. If you're farther than that, then the price goes up depending on how far you are. If you're a minute over 30 minutes, then you're automatically going up to $125, just because the distance is farther, the time is longer. That's all part of it. And at the more expensive material yards that have the prices already at retail, what I do is I go get their price sheets and I mark it up 30 to 40% on top of what they already have their price at, so I can make a nice handsome profit on each ton or each yard that I sell. Plus, I do a similar delivery fee as I previously already said. So that $100 for 30 minutes and past 30 minutes, continues to go up depending on how far you are. After you have found the yards that you're going to use or the yard you're going to use, the next thing you need to do is go over to that yard and get pictures of the material so you can use that for your ads and for your posts in your listings. Me personally, I have multiple different yards that are close to me. So if one yard runs out of material, I have 5 other yards that I can get the same material from, or similar materials to, satisfy my customers. If you're trying to get into this hustle, you will need a truck and a trailer. I probably should have started off by saying that. You will need a truck and some type of trailer. I mean, I would prefer it be a dump trailer, so it makes your job a lot easier, because if it's a flatbed, you will have a harder time trying to shovel this off, and it might not make it worth it for you unless you're installing the materials and charging for the installation. This hustle can be done with a half-ton pickup truck and a smaller dump trailer, but don't go out there overloading your trailers and beating up your trailers, because you want your stuff to last and be able to live to see another day. So if your max is 4.5 tons, put 4.5 tons or less in the dump trailer. Make multiple trips if needed. Just charge the customer for that. Even if you give them a discount on the second delivery fee, it's better than beating up on your equipment. So be very aware of that, because these dump trailers are great, but they're not meant to last forever like dump trucks and everything of that nature. For people that are asking, you do not need a CDL to do this hustle. I would suggest that you get a business license, an LLC, an S-Corp, or something of that nature, and have some type of insurance, but you do not need a CDL to do this hustle. Be mindful of your setup, because people think that it's about how much weight you put inside the truck and trailer, but it goes off of your potential weight that you can carry with your truck and your trailer. So if your potential weight is over 26,000 pounds, then you will need a CDL, but that has nothing to do with this business. If you want to be successful in this hustle or this business, you have to be very responsive with your customers. You don't want them to be clueless and sitting there waiting for you to respond to them, because if they are, it's just as easy as they found you, they can find another delivery guy and he's going to come do it way faster than you. So responding to customers in a timely manner and getting their work done within a timely manner does play a huge role on you being able to get the job and make money. So don't be lunching and waiting around. A lot of people tell me when I'm doing this, you were the first one that responded, and we like that because we don't like people that don't respond and don't seem reliable. So be a reliable customer service rep for your customers and get the job done within a timely manner. Now let's talk about taking deposits from customers. When I first started doing this hustle, I definitely did take customers' deposits because it was very important, because I didn't know how reliable each person was. But nowadays, I do not take deposits because of the simple fact that even if this customer doesn't pay me to drop the rocks, I'm not going to drop them, and I'll just go sell them to another customer. I have a bunch of customers that are waiting for me to come through and say, I have some extra rocks. I'll give you a small discount if you get them on my trailer. You know, sometimes it goes like that. So in the beginning, it's not necessarily needed to take deposits, but just realize this way. If you don't take a deposit in the beginning, you will be paying money up front to get the material. And if the customer decides not to take the material once you get to their home, you're stuck holding the bag. So just know that to be a fact before you get into it, and understand that if you don't want to take a deposit. I understand that. But like I said, I have enough customers, whereas if they don't buy it, I have a bunch of other people that could buy it. Another thing is, do not hesitate to put up multiple different materials, guys. Just because for me, the rocks are very profitable, that doesn't mean where you're in your area, rocks are going to be the same amount of profitability. Maybe it's mulch, maybe it's sand, maybe it's dirt. So obviously get pictures of all the materials, different variants, and test your market to see what works the best. That's the biggest thing. Just because it works over here in Florida doesn't mean that it's going to work on every part of the country, which it might, it could. I don't know. I don't live in every part of the country, but I know for a fact that there's a bunch of different materials, and whatever you're trying to deliver, you're going to be able to find your material in whatever part of the country you're in. Like in some parts of the country, probably up north, mulch will probably be a better material to go with, or dirt. Do not hesitate to build relationships with the yards you're working with. For example, right here in this clip that you guys see up here, this is turf. You guys don't even know that I also deliver turf. But the thing is, when I went over and met the guy for the turf and I was delivering for a customer, I decided to network with him. He said now in the future, for every time he has some extra turf that he doesn't want, I can go ahead and take that, I can deliver it, and you know, it was just a good relationship for me to build to help my business, considering I'm the delivery guy and I can make a little extra money on top of selling it since he's just trying to get rid of it. So with that being said, what I'm saying is, do not pass up on any networking opportunities where you're getting into this hustle, because that 10 to 15 minute conversation that you had with another business owner that sells materials or sells this product that you can deliver could potentially set you up for a residual profit for your business. All right, guys, so that's pretty much all the free tips I can teach for today. I plan on making a course on this stuff to start teaching people, because I have already taught somebody in person next to me here in Florida, and the proof's in the pudding. His highest performing day was about $2,000 in profit, and he's killing the game now. So I have to charge people for my time and for my knowledge. It will be coming out very shortly. You guys will know the whole breakdown on how to do this business, but it will cost money, of course. But right now, what I can offer is you guys can call this number right here or text this number so we can set up a consultation call, and I can try to give you as much information as I can. Once you text me at the number, I can tell you the price for the consultation call, and we can go ahead and get that all knocked out. But don't forget to like, subscribe, show you guys some love. Leave a comment down below on what you think about this type of content. And, of course, put Jesus Christ first in your life and build that relationship with him. Get in that Bible, repent for your sins, and, of course, put God first, guys. So I'll catch you in the next one. I appreciate every one of you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.